Hello everyone. Just a quick update on Freedom Convoy protests. Um, Organizers of Freedom Convoy in Canadian capital say that they have been notified. They have notified police actually after being told that nefarious elements are planning to plant weapons in the at the Ottawa demonstration and use that as a pretext to forcibly remove peaceful protesters. So some sort of planting of weapons is expected. Freedom Convoy organizers have notified that to police, anticipating that this may happen. Organizers said that they have received information from sources they consider to be reliable that weapons may be planted. Information, they said, correlates with more than 2,000 firearms that were stolen in the city of Peterborough on the morning of February 13th. So only a few days back, looks like some 2,000 firearms were stolen, and they may be used to discredit the Freedom Convoy protests or demonstrations. Today, on February 14th, we received information from multiple believed reliable sources that firearms may be planted in Ottawa, specifically around the Freedom Convoy, to discredit the protests and to use that as a pretext to forcibly remove peaceful protesters. It's good that these actions are being taken proactively by the protest organizers. So nobody has an excuse later on, especially the government, that public wasn't peaceful or was planning to do some violence. And reality is that don't be surprised that those who were going to plant um, are somehow affiliated with the government. I mean, I shouldn't be saying that out loud and speculating that, but there is a history behind this. So yeah, that's the first news. Crazy situation. Um, in really crazy news, they are starting to label the word freedom a far right concept. I mean, unbelievable, and the level of arrogance from these news media sites is mind-boggling. And these are the same people who were burning books, in Nazi Germany. I mean, they are the real culprits. They are the real insane people, and they are blaming, freedom-loving protesters and demonstrators, far right. Unfreaking believable. I mean, and this was brought to my attention by one of our subscribers. Um, um, it's. I mean, I couldn't believe it initially, actually, but it doesn't surprise me. These people, can fall to depth that you and me can't even imagine. So one day before, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau invoked emergency powers to crack down on anti-vax mandate protesters, state media outlet CBC published material claiming that freedom is now a far-right concept. I mean, how can you claim that with a straight face? CBC article argues that freedom is now a malleable term and is open to interpretation, citing its use by the Canadian Truckers Convoy, which the piece suggests is a far right movement. I mean, if you can't cry on that, you just have to laugh. Um, But I mean, these are the signs, and this is what really bothers me, that what media is able to say and get away with. Mainstream media, I mean. CBC quotes Barbara Perry, the director of Center on Hate, Bias and Extremism at Ontario Tech University, which claims freedom is a term that has resonated. You can define it and understand it and sort of manipulate it in a way that makes sense to you and is useful to you depending on your perspective. I mean, yeah, eh, I don't know. I'm speechless. And these are the expert, and she is the director of Center on Hate, Bias, and Extremism. Article also quotes another expert, Elizabeth Anker, an associate professor of political science at George Washington Uni, who argues that freedom is a slippery concept. Freedom is a slippery concept. Uh, on the far right, individual freedom is often translated into somebody who refuses to be bound by norms of equality, treating all people equally, or norms to remedy inequality, says Elizabeth Anker, author of Ugly Freedoms. Somebody should tell these smart people, these professors and associate professors, that on around 8 billion people on this planet, you will hardly find anybody uh, who looks same as the second persons on this planet, or any other person of among those 8 billion on this planet. If we are not born same, we don't look like same. what what sort of equality are they talking about? Our rights are equal, and that's it. That's where everything stops. Everything else is unequal about us. Not sure what she is trying to say, that everybody is equal. I mean, nobody is equal. Unbelievable. Anchors, no, I think this one is already covered. The professor also said that when right wingers exercise their rights, it is violent freedom that can easily lead to danger, discrimination, and anti democratic. Yeah. Another Canadian media outlet, the Global and Mail, also jumped aboard the Freedom is Hate bandwagon with this hit piece. Alt-right has weaponized freedom to undermine democracy. And this is the key, guys. Anything that doesn't you know follow their narrative, and if you're not being an obedient subject of the um, country, then basically you are against democracy, and you are either, whatever they will call you, alt right, alt left, whatever. um, Insane, absolutely insane. Anyway, that's it. Now if I talk more on this, I might lose my mind. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.